Hi, I'm Robin. I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I live in Washington, D.C.
Are face masks mandatory in DC right now?
Yeah, yeah, they're mandatory whenever you're in public.
Do people follow it, would you say?
People definitely are following it for the most part. I would say any indoor area people are following it, but then outside it's kind of a mixed bag. You'll see some people wearing masks and some people not.
You were in media for a bit of time during COVID and then you went to DC. What would you say are some of the biggest differences you've seen between living in kind of the suburbs and then the city?
Honestly, I don't think there have been a ton of differences I've noticed, except that I would say in outdoor public spaces, people are definitely wearing masks more in DC, which I think is mostly just because it's a city and so it's more crowded and there are more people around when you're like walking on the street. Versus in the suburbs, I think what I've seen is that a lot of people, when they're like just walking outside, are not wearing masks. I think it's definitely important because it's been proven to really decrease the spread, especially if someone who's carrying the virus and doesn't know it is wearing the mask, then that's going to like significantly decrease the risk of spreading it to other people. So I would say it's super important. And it's also really easy. So there's like not a real reason not to.
When you're in the city, do you ever feel like there's something that policymakers could be doing better?
Well, DC is currently in phase 2 of their reopening, which is phase 2 out of 3 phases. And we've just recently started seeing a spike in cases again. So I think that the whole reopening timeline was probably too soon. And I think that it would have probably been a lot better to wait until cases were really until new cases were really going down before starting phase 2 of reopening. But I would say where we're at now, it would make sense to move back to phase 1.
What's the one thing you missed most from before the pandemic happened?
That's a good question. I would say the thing I missed most is definitely like eating at restaurants. Also kind of be cautious about that. So I don't know.